I'm sure many of you have already seen the BB20 finale, and if you haven't, well, you're in for a treat. This season was the season that we wanted and finally got, and God, was it good. The casting was incredible, the drama was entertaining, the action was not to be missed, and the season was worthwhile. The final three: JC, Casey, and Tyler. Ultimately, we all knew that JC was most probably not going to make it to Final 2 unless he won the final HOH, which didn't happen. Not really that much of a surprise, but still sad to see him so devastated. I'm glad that Casey and Tyler revealed to him their alliance and Final 2 before the live show, because it's pretty sucky to be in that situation and be completely blindsided. You can obviously still tell that when he was evicted, he was upset. Who wouldn't be? Being third, being so close to the finale that you can almost taste it, is awful. Tyler won the first competition, and then the second competition went to Casey. So they battled it out in the third HOH, and God, was it even? They were pretty much tied the whole time until it came down to the tiebreaker, which of course is always a number challenge. And Casey won that, and that's it. She got to pick who she would take to Final 2. And well, I knew it would be Tyler because she is so loyal, and I think he would have done the same for her. I know this was a 90-minute finale, and that was honestly way too short. It should be 2 hours. Come on, it's the finale. There was just so much to pack into that episode that I felt like things were rushed, and you can tell all the speeches were rushed. Julie was constantly cutting people off, and I mean, it's the finale, and we want to get everything that we can out of it. And it's unfair to cut everybody short and cut their experience short and basically cut their speeches and what they're using to sell their game to everybody short and not letting them finish their thoughts and their sentences. Yeah, we could have done one more time. So, definitely a bitter jury this year. Not really as bitter as I thought. You know what I noticed about the jury segment, Talk Back with Dr. Will? That whoever they make it seem that is going to win never wins. Okay, so I thought that it was going to be a Bash Tyler sesh, and possibly Tyler could have pulled out a win. But yeah, the season was no different. The jury was actually saying positive things. I know they say positive things about everybody, but when they were talking about Tyler, it was a bit more positive than I expected. Even Bailey came out saying positive things, and I'm like, this does not seem right. So after that, I tried to convince myself, okay, it could be a Tyler win, but a part of me knew that it wouldn't be. When they were coming for Angela and she just kind of stayed quiet, they're like, oh yeah, pretty much use you as a shield. She's just like, they were pretty happy to see her. Speeches, my favorite part of finale night. I like to think that speeches make a difference. I like to think that speeches ultimately choose the winner. Although, a lot of jury members already have their mind made up. It's hard not to take things personally, but it's a game. As a superfan, I would hope that if I was in the game, I would be able to distinguish between that. Tyler gave some great speeches. I will say I think his focus was on the wrong areas of his game. He mentioned the power app a lot. He mentioned using Sam and JC a lot, which, okay, fine if you mention it once, but I think he should have dived into some other parts of his game, especially early on in his game. He came into that house strong, working from the beginning, and I think he should have depicted that. Honestly, I don't think Bailey would have voted for him either way, no matter what he said. So I think he could have pulled out the swaggy card, saying how he manipulated Caitlyn, the Steve eviction, which was the first eviction, and how he orchestrated that, and kind of, manipulated Caitlyn into flipping. Instead, he goes into using Sam, which we already know she's very emotional. I honestly don't think he thought he would get her vote, so he just wanted to put that out there. But then he went on to talk about Scotty and how he used Scotty and how he put Scotty out there and how ultimately he depicted Scotty as his number one so people would target Scotty, which I don't think did much. Instead, it made Scotty hate him and Scotty not vote for him. I expect more from Scotty because he is a super fan. To see past that, because I mean the super fan in me wanted Tyler to win, even though I do really like Casey and I do think this was the best final two that I have seen, and I have been watching for 10 years. I was pretty young when BB started. I think I was like 5 or 4, so I didn't watch back then. This season was incredible to watch. I really enjoyed it. The last couple seasons have been not as exciting, to say the least, and this season brought back the love that I got when I first started watching Big Brother. And it was something that I was able to share with my family, and it brought joy to all of us. We loved talking about it and debating back and forth on what we think is going to happen, on who we think is going to win and whatnot. Tyler's speeches were good. I think it was very important for him to depict the power and the strategy in the game, even though, honestly, even if he would have done what I said previously, I don't know if he would have won. I think the people that didn't vote for him were already kind of set in what they wanted. So Tyler had his speeches, and then there's Casey, and I mean, I love the girl. She's super, super sweet, and I think she played a good game too. She's obviously a comp beast, a veto queen, and huge for the LGBT community and for women in general. So I'm happy she won. She was one of my preseason picks, and Tyler was actually somebody that I grew to like watching the show, somebody that I saw really playing the game and I admired watching it. So obviously I like them both. Her speeches weren't as strong, and I think that's obvious. Hers was pretty much playing on her social game and on her comp wins, but that's what she had. She didn't backstab people. She didn't strategize. She didn't play the Tyler game, and that's fine. Because who played the best game, that's opinion. That's, we could all make an argument for anybody. But it comes down to who played the winning game. And the winning game, the person who played the winning game, comes down to so many different factors. Tyler's going on about how he manipulated things, and then Casey's like, world peace. I don't think anybody can really argue that. Tyler had a lot of content in his speeches, and Casey, it was, it is what it is. The proposal. I didn't see that coming, even though I should, because Swaggy C is the epitome of a walking, talking publicity stunt. Yeah, he came on the game basically to promote himself, his brand, and I shouldn't be surprised that he came on to the finale and proposed to Bailey, even though they've only known each other for 20-something days, and he hasn't experienced the real life with her. But you know what? Maybe they're in love. Maybe it'll work out. So I'm not gonna mess with that. It did take a lot of time out of the show. Julie was like, she's pulling out those keys like super fast after that because Swaggy C took all the time away. Yeah, honestly, I was a little peeved because I really did want to hear Caitlyn talk. I missed her. She's crazy, and I think if she stayed longer in the game, I would have lost my mind, but I missed her. I missed her crazy antics and the things that she spews out. So yeah, I would have liked to hear her thoughts and what she thinks of Tyler. I'm sure she's not happy about Angela and Tyler. The winner was Casey, and Tyler won second place and America's favorite player. It started to look like a Tyler win, but it was a tease. JC, Angela, Brett, and Haley all voted for Tyler. And for Casey, it was Sam, Rockstar, Bailey, Scotty, and Fessy. So it was a 5-4 win. Casey won by 1 vote. That's hard, but I don't think either one of them would have been upset losing to the other. I mean, you want to see somebody that you really respect and want to be friends with get some money and make a difference for their life. I think Casey will make good use of the money. I think she needs it. So I'm happy for her. I mean, it sucks to lose by 1 point, but Come on, Tyler won the second place prize money and he won America's favorite player. It would have been a bit superfluous if he would have won the grand prize and America's favorite player. So, you know, it kind of evens out. I was a little bit surprised with Haley, even though, you know what, she wasn't my favorite during the season. I found her to be at times fake. I think that just comes with her being young. She, you know, you could tell she is a good person and that she has like a moral compass, and, you know, she tried to do what was right always. And she proved in finale night that she is a super fan. She voted for Tyler based on speeches, based on who she thought played the best game, and did not vote emotionally. And I think that's probably why her and Fessy's vote did not match up. I'm sure they probably decided beforehand to vote Casey, and then she was like, gotta vote Tyler. And Fessy, I don't think he would have ever voted Tyler. I think he was always gonna really go with Casey. I don't think he was gonna vote for Tyler. Scotty, disappointed with, I mentioned that. You know, he was hurt. And to him, it came down to loyalty. Everybody has their own opinion on who they think played a winning game. So that's what it comes down to. Sam, I'm not surprised. She's very emotional. I think Tyler could have done more to try to get her vote. Just kind of play into her emotionally and say, well, I really trusted you, I respected you. There's a reason why you were the only person I told about my power app. That could have gone a long way. I'm not sure exactly if it would have, but it was worth the shot. You know, by losing by 1 point, you never know if there's something he could have done differently to get that one other person on his side. I think he was screwed over by making all those final twos, but, you know, I think he had to play that way. I don't think he could have played the Casey game. And I don't think Casey could have played the Tyler game. He had to go in strong and strategize, because we all know that guys that look like him go out early. So to reflect back on this season, I really enjoyed this season. I hope we get another season like this. I hope BB21 is like this. You know, I don't care about the stupid drama, all the bigotry and the racial slurs and all the stupid stuff that go into it. I want good gameplay. I want people that care about the game. I want people that make big moves and make it interesting, but don't slander other people. I think that's what made it such a great game. And plus the really strong alliances, the loyalty. It was great casting, and it was a great season. It's sad to see it over, but I'm glad it happened. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, and yeah, what do you guys think about Casey winning? Were you for Casey or Tyler or maybe JC? What did you think about the jury votes? Were you surprised? What did you think about the proposal? Do you think it's gonna last? Do you think any of these showmances are gonna last? Are Tyler and Angela gonna last? Are Bailey and Swaggy gonna last? Are Haley and Fessy gonna last? Yeah, our 3 big showmances of the season. So yeah, thanks guys.